What's up, wonderful ladies and gentlemen, my awesome Saint gamers out there. I am Saint Gaming and I am back again with another video. Now, before someone mentions it, yes, I know, it's been a couple days since I last uploaded a video. Let's get that out of the way. It's been a few days or something, weeks or something, I don't even know at this point. I think it was a couple days. But I just want to say I'm back now and I'm here to talk about some possible exciting news coming to Jump Force in the future. Now, as if you know, skip up the game, at the end of this month we will be getting Giovanna as the final character of DLC Season 2. If you're a pass holder, you'll get him on March 31st, I believe, and you'll get him in April when he's officially out. I'll do gameplay of him on here. Yes, I will be doing more gameplay on here, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. Well, sort of. So Brazilian Bandai Namco accounts have recently been hinting at a possible Season 3. I'll put up the screenshots of the two possible hints. One of them was actually taken down fairly quickly, but the other one is still up. So everyone's thinking, oh, is Season 3 gonna happen now? Which I have made a video in the past talking about, well, I didn't want Season 3. That opinion still stands, but if we are gonna get a Season 3, I say fuck it, let's roll with it. I would love more Jump Force content. Despite what people say about this game and how my own friends may even feel about this game, I love this game. I love being disappointed. I love the ugliness. I love the lackluster roster. I love it all. So, I have a couple wish lists with possible routes that they could go with Season 3. Now, each is a character I would personally want in the game, but these are the different routes that I have that they could go. So I guess let's begin with this, with the first route. Now this route is, first of all, let's say there will be 6 characters as a Brazilian Bandai Namco account has kind of hinted at with 6 separate screens. So that's interesting to keep in mind that we might get 6 characters. Now, of course, take this all with a grain of salt. Season 3 has not been announced officially yet, but there's a big possibility it might get it. I mean, Jump Force was super high in sales. It warranted a Switch release and got a Season 2 of DLC. So I don't see why there won't be any more DLC. I mean, Naruto to Boruto got more DLC. Like, what? I mean, that game's okay and all, but I don't know. So it would be weird for something like Naruto to Boruto to get more DLC and not Jump Force. Now let me begin with my first route that they could go, which I have named this the boring route. Now, why have I named it the boring route? Well, because it is featuring series that already have a ton of characters or DLC. Those 6 series are Dragon Ball, Naruto / Boruto, since they are one series, One Piece, Bleach, My Hero Academia, and Hunter x Hunter. Now, I still want characters from these series, but I don't want to see them focused on anymore. So from Dragon Ball, if we were to get these series, if this was the series that they chose for the next season of DLC, which I'm not saying they will, but there is a possibility. These are all possibilities. From Dragon Ball, I would want Teen Gohan, not adult Gohan, not kid Gohan, Teen Gohan, because Cell, sadly, is really like the only character outside of Trunks from the Cell saga. So give us Teen Gohan, perfect right there. You can give him 2 awakenings, Super Kamehameha, or even Father Son Kamehameha could be an ultimate. Masiko isn't even in the game, I believe. So yeah, Teen Gohan would be a perfect character. Now this one really isn't a character I want per se, even though this is mostly characters I want, but she fits the female quota going for it. And well, I'm gonna be honest, the next character I want from Naruto is Sakura. Sakura Haruno is the character I think should be chosen next from Naruto, but her outfit is already in the game. There's still maybe a chance they'll choose her, but it's very low. So I guess Sarada as a Boruto rep would work. Even though from Boruto I would still prefer either Kawaki or Mitsuki over Sarada. I don't even like Sarada. And the next Naruto reps in general I would want are Sakura and Pain, but the chances of any of those 4 characters coming in next are very low right now when it comes to a character like Sarada. From One Piece, my boy, we need another villain in One Piece, and I can't think of anybody else but Doflamingo. Doflamingo is one of the most iconic villains in One Piece. Now, a lot of people say yes, but what about Katakuri? Now, Katakuri is a good pick, and I wouldn't mind if they chose Katakuri over Doflamingo, but as a standpoint, I mean, two of the characters come from the Dressrosa arc, being Law and Sabo. So Doflamingo would make sense. Again, he is a popular villain and an iconic villain. Luffy versus Doflamingo is a very iconic fight in the series. So I can see them choosing Doflamingo, and I personally actually want him to be the next One Piece character. Next is from Bleach. Now, I actually had a couple characters in mind for Bleach. At first, maybe they could choose one of the two cut characters from the data mines, being Byakuya and Kenpachi. Now, I think that's not very likely, as so far the only cut character that's made it into the game is Kaiba, which I'm guessing he was like pretty much almost finished by the time they cut him, because there was data mining to hint that him actually being a cut character, not originally just being DLC. But yeah, so I thought maybe Byakuya or Kenpachi. Then I thought, well, what about Bach? What about Yonwatch? I thought him for a bit too, but then again, I thought of another character who isn't in the game yet and would actually fit something. So far, most of Bleach's characters outside of Yoroichi and Aizen and Renji, all the other characters though, are actually characters from they're the top 5 most popular characters in Bleach, except there is one character missing. That character is Uryu. Uryu would be actually a really fun choice to have into Jump Force, and I think he would work. He is a archer. He could be a long range type fighter. I think Uryu would work perfectly well. Would also give us a Quincy, considering we already have so many Shimagamis and captains and a few Ronkar. We have a Ronkar. So I think Uryu would be a really great next choice. For My Hero Academia, we also need a villain from My Hero Academia. Uraraka's outfits and even a move is in the game, so that really just counts her out of this game at all. But Shigaraki, my boy, the main villain of the series, being a villain choice for My Hero, would love it. I would actually really want Shigaraki to be the next character that they add to Jump Force. I'd be really okay with that. But that's saying they go with this route. And now the next character is from Hunter x Hunter, which is the last boy that I think should be in the game. Now, let me clarify. He actually has an outfit in the game, but I don't believe his second outfit is in the game. So, as we see with Yoroichi, there's still a chance. Now, I could be wrong. His most recent outfit could be in the game, but I'm talking about Crollo Lucifer from Hunter x Hunter. I could see Crollo being the next character. He, honestly, the fact that Biscuit got in before Meruem and Crollo was awful, even Kite. But if Crollo is the next character, I could be wrong that his outfit might already be in the game. If not, then I would go with Kite. Kite would be one of the next best choices to be in the game. Alright, so, yep, that's the boring route that I would go. Now, the next route of DLC I'm going to go through is actually, most of these characters are characters I named in my previous video. When I talked about I didn't want a Season 3, but if we did, I would want it to be represented from the Never Had DLC route. Now, these are 6 series in the game, which haven't had DLC characters at all so far. And I'd actually would like at least every series in Jump Force to maybe have 2 reps. I feel like that would just be fair overall. And some of these series do have 2 reps, but these are just characters I think would fit. And there is one character or 2 characters on here that might be a little divisive because of the moves and the costumes in the game, but I will talk about why I think they still have a chance. The first character I'm actually going to talk about is a female rep, and a rep that not a lot of people talk about, and that is Kaori from City Hunter. Now, if you've watched or read City Hunter, Kaori could work very well. I mean, they made Ryo Saibo work. And how could Kaori work? First of all, she does use a gun as well, but that's not really her main weapon. In fact, if she got in, her main weapon would be the hammer. She fights with the hammer. Ryo is one of the only joke characters in the game, let's be honest. If you actually have seen City Hunter or read it, you know it is a very comedy-focused series where at the end of each arc, Ryo might do something very serious or like very action-heavy. But it is a very comedy-heavy series, kind of like Gintama. So Kaori could work in that aspect. She also is very well known with traps. Umibunzo has taught her a lot about traps, so that could be her special moves are traps. So yeah, I think Kairi could work very well. The next character is Rao from Fist of North Star. Again, I guess another character that'd be a little why? Because Kenshiro's ultimate attack is a homage to Rao, Ray, and I think maybe Toki as well. I could be wrong about that, but I do know Rao and Ray are part of his as a homage. Now, look, okay, they could choose Kaya, but it's Rao. You have to, if you're gonna go with a second Fist of the North Star rep, it's not gonna be Ray, Toki, it's not gonna be Jaggy, it's not gonna be Shun or Shin. It's not gonna be Thouser. It's gonna be Rao. And honestly, I'd be mad if they chose anybody else but Rao. But I understand why they might not go with Rao, because that homage, but I still think Rao could get in the game. That homage is just a homage, but Rao is still one of the most iconic anime villains of all time. If they chose Kaio over Rao, I'd be a little mad, because first of all, Kaio ain't that really good of a villain. The next character is from Saint Seiya. Now, this is the only one I've actually really changed up on my list, and that is Phoenix Ikki. Originally, I wanted Gemini Saga. I still would prefer Gemini Saga over Ikki, but let's be realistic. If they're going to go with another Saint Seiya rep, it's going to be Ikki. But, hey, for the video, I'll say maybe Saga as well. But, yeah, Ikki, definitely, I mean, he wasn't one of the cut characters like Hyoga and Shun were. But Ikki would be my next best pick. He would look great in the game, let's be honest. So, yeah. From Dragon Quest, this is another one that a lot of people actually don't want. A lot of people from Dragon Quest want Hyukul. I actually want Pop. Pop is a magic user. We don't really have many mainstream magic users. So I think Pop would be a lot better of a choice. Plus, from where Dai does come from, it is the final fight with Vern, who was there. Not Hyukul, Pop was there during the final fight with Vern. So I say Pop definitely 100% more than Hyukul, although I'd be okay with Hyukul. The next character is a character who actually already has a move in the game, but does not have a costume piece. Unlike Sanosuke, Saito. Hajime Saito is definitely my next Rurouni Kenshin rep. To say even if Rurouni Kenshin gets another rep, which we're not even going to start with that, but Saito is my favorite character from Rurouni Kenshin. And yes, he does have a move in the game, but not a costume. So I don't say he's 100% out. He's like 80% out, but to say 100%, that's just false. And the last character is everybody's wanted from Black Clover, Yuno. Yes, he does have a costume in the game, but remember, there's one costume they have not chosen yet. I'm not talking about his time skip costume either. I am talking about Yuno's magic guard, magic knight outfit. Not his regular outfit, but the outfit he wore for the majority of the Elf War. We haven't gotten that yet. So he still has a chance for anybody to say, oh no, his costume's in the game, they're not going to choose him. Remember, Yoruishi already had a costume in the game. Bakudo already had his headset in the game. And that didn't keep them out of the game. So I think Yuno still has a chance. They could go with Yami, they could go with Noelle. But give me Yuno. Yuno deserves to be in this game. I mean, we have all the rivals so far. Almost all the rivals. I mean, Deku got both his rivals. So did Ichigo. Come on. Give my boy Yuno to us. We got Hiei finally, but we need Yuno. So that is the Never Had DLC route. That would be really okay if they went. Now, the next route I'm going to go with is a mix of both the old, like characters who've already gotten DLC, and new characters who haven't gotten DLC. So again, I'll just go through this one real quick. Black Clover, Yuno for sure, but I'll also give a second one to Noelle if they're going to give us Yuno. This was just something I just threw together. Yuno and Noelle are definitely my top two next picks. Then we have Ikki from Saint Seiya. I think Saint Seiya could use another rep. Along with Rao. Still going to stick on the Rao train. And Pop from Dragon Quest. The last one is my boy, my son, my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh villain. Bakura, get out of here. Pegasus, no. Well, who are even Argv's villains? Who cares? Give us Merrick Istar. Give us that final god card. Merrick is... I don't even know how to explain it. I want Merrick in the game so badly. He could have Gilgarth as an attack or Lava Golem as an attack. I would love, and his ultimate, the Winged Dragon of Ra. Give us Merrick, please. That boy is needed in this game. Would absolutely love if Merrick got in. So that is my picks of characters with new and old series. Now, the next one is completely new series. New series only. Now, there's going to be a pick on here that a lot of people aren't going to like that's not on here. I'll explain my reasonings why this certain character isn't on here at the end. But 6 new series. This is the most unlikely one, but I wanted to make this one just in case, whatever. And my first pick is obviously the Tsunayoshi from Katekyo Hitman Reborn. My number one most wanted character in the game is Suna. I love Reborn. I love Suna as a character. You just gotta add Suna in this game. Next is Oga plus Baby Beel. I love Beelzebub. I've actually been rereading some chapters from Beelzebub recently. Really underrated series. I mean, he was one of the, not cover series, but he was one of the main characters in J-Star. So I would love to see Oga and Baby Beel in this game. Next is Toriko. I mean, Toriko used to be one of the most hyped up Shonen Jump series, and he really isn't talked about anymore. I mean, Build King is actually by the same author of Toriko, so it'd actually be really cool to have Toriko in this game. Next is Madaka, my number one most wanted female character. Right next to Sakura. Yeah, I said that. I want Madaka and Sakura. But Madaka definitely needs to be in. That's another series I've actually been rereading some chapters to recently. Next is the series I've been watching recently is Gintama. Give us Gintoki. The fact that Gintoki wasn't in the game from base is just disrespectful as fuck. Oh, they want to go with more serious, non-jokey characters. Why the fuck Ryo Saiba get in the game? Like, really? Like, Ryo Saiba and Gintoki are very similar characters. Don't act like Ryo Saiba is all serious all the time. That man is a pervert. He gets serious when he needs to. Guess what? Gintoki is a clown, and he gets serious when he needs to. Gintoki should have been in the game from the start. My last character is Alan Walker from D. Gray Man. Would absolutely love it. I've actually been planning to reread D. Gray Man recently. Would absolutely love Alan Walker. Now, of course, the one that's not on the list, the one I think if they were going to add any new series, it would be this character. There's no Tanjiro on my list. Look, I enjoyed Demon Slayer. I thought it had a very wonderful anime adaptation. I thought the story was pretty good. But out of all of the new generation of Shonen Jump, really, it's my last place. I like Dr. Stone, The Promised Neverland, Black Clover, My Hero, all of them before Demon Slayer. I really don't care that much for Tanjiro. If they want to add a water user, go with Noelle. I might be a very unpopular opinion, but I don't actually care. I mean, maybe in a sequel or maybe another one, but something else, but I honestly don't care if Tanjiro gets in the game or not. The 6 characters I named are, my opinion, way more important to having this type of game than, say, Tanjiro. And that's just my opinion. I liked Demon Slayer. I read the whole series. I'm hyped to watch Mugen Train. I'm hyped for Season 2, but honestly, Suna, Oga, Toriko, Madaka, Gintoki, and Alan have all affected me as a reader and a watcher way more than Tanjiro ever did. In fact, when I was reading through Demon Slayer, when I was catching up to the manga, I was just really just hoping for it to end. The ending wasn't that great, in my opinion, and I don't know. So yeah, everybody, those are the possible routes they can go for in a possible Season 3 of Jump Force. What do you think? What do you guys want? What route do you think is most possible? Or what about the routes? What kind of series and characters would you like to see? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try not to take a few days off like I did last time. Anyway, see you guys all next time, and thank you for watching.